Katie comes in, and she was there with her parents and her brother, and she's 15, and she's a very bright kid, but she's doing terribly in school, and she's very moody around the house and very depressed and sulky, and she's snapping at everybody. Now, I'm watching, like, she doesn't want any part of this, okay? So she's just sitting there. She's, not talking, not looking at me. Her father is asking her 1,000,001 questions, trying to get her to talk to me. And I'm saying, no, it's okay, it's okay. And then he tries to get her to talk to him. And it's the kind of thing where you see a parent sort of dipping their shoulders in this body language that says, would you please talk to me? They kind of dip down, but their eyes are cast upward toward the kid and pleading. And I see this happening over and over again. So at one point, finally, the brother pipes in, and he says, she gets away with everything. And I say, really? And the parent says, well, it's just that, she's very stressed out right now, and we don't want to make things worse. So I say, well, actually, I think you probably should be asking Katie for more, not less. Uh-huh. So the mother pipes in, and she says, are you sure you want to be talking about this with Katie in the room? And I say, I wouldn't think of talking about it without Katie in the room. Uh-huh. And so Katie, now she looks up at me, okay, and she's like, "What do you mean?" And then I say to her, I think you make your father work very hard in here. And she looks up and she says, "What do you mean, for what? I make him work very hard for what?" Uh-huh. And I say, for the privilege of parenting you. Uh-huh. Because I had to address the fact that she's there, she's got all these people working, and she's very dismissive of it all. And I want her to know that. So part of the accountability was speaking to the truth that, wow, you're really leaving your dad out, hanging out to dry there. But I'm not telling her she has to do anything different. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying be nicer to him or answer his question. I'm just saying, you really make him work very hard for the privilege of parenting you. And then also as a part of that, she says, why should I have to be concerned about them when I'm the one with all the problems? Because I'm saying to her that living in a world where you're not thinking about, gee, how do I connect to the people around me who care about me, is not as good as it may feel at first, and it's kind of a hollow victory. And in the long run, you end up living a very small life. It's not good. And so and I was saying these things to her because she was challenging me on why I was telling her parents that I thought she should do more. And I was saying to her that I felt she should do more because her parents had gotten to the point where they were asking nothing of her. Mm-hmm. And it was a measure of no faith in a sense, and a measure of, we're going to just be very protective and careful around you because you're depressed and we won't ask anymore. And I said, I actually think you'll do better if you know that people feel that, yes, you're struggling and we'll do everything we can to help you, but we also think that you can do this at the same time. You can function, and it'll be harder for you, but we'll help you with that.